Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K17. Now this one was suggested by I Will One, and it is Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Now I wasn't lead Paul Heyman on for this one, but Paul Heyman seems to have such a strong effect on these matches. I noticed the managers in this year's game seem to be very, very overpowered. We've had Heyman for a couple of matches now, and he just he does his job. He ensures that Lesnar wins every match. So he does well what he does. And this should be quite an interesting one, because there'll be quite a differential in styles between the two. Of course, we know that Lesnar is a bit more brutish, got the strength, got the brawling, and of course the MMA background. Whereas AJ Styles much more high fly, much more agile, and more technical as well, I suppose. He does have quite a few submission holds up his sleeve as well. So be quite an interesting match, actually. One that probably isn't going to happen for a very, very long time, if it will happen, obviously, because they're both on separate brands. But you never know. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what this match will be like, but I don't know if in real life. I think it's going to be really, really good on this game, but in real life, I don't think it would work too well, because they're just I think there's too much of a difference in styles. I don't know. It could work. It's all down to Lesnar. We've heard rumours of Lesnar from Ambrose Giorini's podcast, saying that Lesnar wasn't up for going outside the box. He wanted very much to stay comfortable with what he knew, and that's all he wanted to do throughout the match. And it could be an issue with Lesnar. I think he's very much in wrestling for the money still. I don't think he's in it for the enjoyment of wrestling itself. So I can see that being a possibility. And I think whoever faces off against him now is going to struggle to get him to do anything other than what he's good at doing. And that's what Lesnar does. Lesnar's good at doing what Lesnar does, but he's maybe not necessarily very good at changing his style for certain matches, and that could be a problem for someone like AJ Styles if he does have to face off against Lesnar at some point in the future. It's a bit like the match with Randy Orton. That wasn't really... I don't think that was really a great match, was it really? The Lesnar-Orton match at SummerSlam was, in my eyes, was quite disappointing. The end of the match was not great either, really. The whole idea of Randy Orton being busted open, and that was the end of it. And then they built up to a rematch on a live house show, which again ended with a Lesnar win. It's not really been... The whole Lesnar-Orton thing was a bit of a disaster, in my opinion. And I'm not 100% confident on Lesnar versus Goldberg again for Survivor Series. Don't get me wrong, I really want it to work. I'm just not 100% confident it is going to work. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, I suppose. But like I said, on this game, I think on this game everything does work out a lot better. I think this match here, AJ Styles vs Brock Lesnar on 2K17, is going to be a fantastic match. And as I said, this one was suggested by I Will One. So if anyone else has any other suggestions for random matches, then please do let me know in the comment section below, and I will get them uploaded for you and give you a shout out in the process when yours obviously gets pulled out of the hat. We've got quite a few in there at the moment. I've already picked out all the matches for this week, so there's quite a few actually. There's still the hat is still very much full. But of course, the more you suggest, the more likely one of yours is going to get pulled out. For example, I Will One suggested quite a few, and 2 of his has been pulled out for this week. So, say the more you suggest, the more likely you're going to get one of yours on. So, go for it. Why not? Lesnar starting things off, snap suplex on AJ Styles, and I'll drop it into an armbar early on. Now we did see our... No, we haven't. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it because it hasn't been uploaded yet. I'm not going to ruin it. Oh no, I can ruin it because it doesn't give us any real answer, does it really? I have seen a win now, a submission victory on this game, so I'm happy with that now. We've changed the submission system back to the old style through the options, and it seems to be working quite well. I say quite well. We've only seen one submission victory so far, but we've not really showcased that many matches with submission specialists, really, have we? AJ just stamping on the back of the arm of Brock Lesnar. We said AJ was going to go much more high flying than Lesnar. He's perched up on the top. Lesnar slowly getting back up to his feet. Can AJ Styles take advantage here? Diving clothesline from the top rope, taking Lesnar down. And Styles doing a very good job here. He's going to go for the early pin. What? Oh, AJ Styles, my friend. That could come back to haunt you, that. See, he lifted Lesnar's head up before the referee got a chance to count at 1 count. AJ Styles being very cocky there. And I think it's going to come back to haunt him as Lesnar is launching Styles' arm into the mat. And now Lesnar just taunting the grounded Styles. Styles fighting back though. There's an arm drag as well, taking Lesnar down. Chop across the chest of Lesnar. And a short, sharp DDT straight into the mat. AJ Styles continues that kick in the gut. And now in a big elbow drop to the chest of Brock Lesnar as well. And a lion salt by AJ Styles. And when Styles is in control, he does very, very well. It's just a case of just got to keep the big man down. The longer he can keep the big man down, the more likely he is to be able to hold on to this one. I have found this game actually. It's when somebody takes control of the match, it's very, very difficult for the match to change back. So it's an interesting one. I think it might be to do with the way that I've changed the weightings. I've made reversals less likely because I thought the reversals at the beginning of the game were far too much in our first few matches. So I've dropped the reversals back somewhat in the weightings, and that's maybe why I might boost them back up a little bit. But I prefer it like this because when we first started the game, again, the reversals were just far too common for me. It was like every other move was being reversed. I don't mind it every now and again, but when it's every single move, it's a bit over the top. There's the Death Valley driver onto the neckbreaker knee. And an elbow to the forehead of Lesnar as well. Of course, remember, AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar are both going to be main eventing our Royal Rumble pay-per-view over in the Universe mode coming up soon. AJ Styles is defending his championship against Randy Orton, while Brock Lesnar is part of a triple threat match with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. And AJ Styles hit the phenomenal forearm, now the springboard 450 as well. And why is he not going for the pin? Styles now bringing Lesnar back up to his feet into a suplex, but Lesnar reversing into a suplex of his own. Why didn't AJ Styles go for the pin there? That's crazy, really. Lesnar now the big elbows to the forehead of AJ Styles. Stamping on the arm of Styles as well now. Looking to lock in a camel clutch. And he does lock in the camel clutch. But Styles manages to break free, sliding back through the legs. Kicking the back of Brock Lesnar. I think stats-wise, these two guys are quite... Well, I wouldn't say they're quite even. They're even-ish. I think Lesnar's up at about 95 and Styles is at 89, I believe. So there's not too much of a gap between the two. Styles now bringing Lesnar back up to his feet. Sending him into the turnbuckle. And follows up with a big clothesline. Lesnar drops down. Styles back to the outside. Again, another springboard 450, but still not going for the pin. Styles going to go for now. Oh, Lesnar tripping him. Quite an agile move there by Lesnar, actually, himself. Not the sort of move you expect Lesnar to pop out with. A big kick to the gut of AJ, who drops to the ground. AJ, though, back up with a forearm and a kick to the calf. That's what I'm looking for. Couple of big right hands to Lesnar. Kick to the leg as well. Lesnar fighting back. But AJ taking control once again. Up onto the middle rope. Tornado DDT. Oh, to the outside. Wow, I was going to go for a tornado DDT, but he's almost just a wrench in the neck across the top rope. AJ bringing Lesnar back up, rolls him through, and locks in the calf killer. And that's very, very good ring placement there by AJ Styles. Will we get to see another submission victory? I can't imagine Brock Lesnar tapping out. And he doesn't. Elbow to the gut of AJ Styles. Now Lesnar to the outside. And what's this? Lesnar's got a chair. And Lesnar's just had himself disqualified. What on earth just happened there? Well, that's a very interesting finish, that is. Not seen that on this game. We did see it a couple of times in 2K16. But Lesnar there must have just got pissed off with AJ Styles or just weren't happy the way the match was going. Came to the outside, got a chair, and just completely took AJ Styles out. And Styles wins this one by disqualification. Wow. That's a strange one, that one. It really is. Well, guys, unfortunately, that is going to be the end of this episode. And I would re-record this, but you know what? The way this has ended, it shows a different dynamics to the game. It shows a different aspect that could happen in our Universe mode or something along them sort of lines. If this was a championship match in the Universe mode, then this could have worked out quite nicely. So I'm going to keep this in because I think it really does show us the limitations of the game. So I'm happy with that, actually. I am happy with that. Of course, like I said earlier on, this one was suggested by IWill1. Thank you very much for that. Of course, anyone else has any other suggestions, please drop them down in the comment section below. and I will add them to the hat for recording. If you have enjoyed this video and the interesting end to the match, then please do hit that like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you are new around here and you want to see some more, then please hit that subscribe button as well for some more WWE 2K17. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.